Well, hello, hello. Work, house shopping, and drinking. All the important stuff, right? Hope all's well, man. You'll have to let us know as soon as you get yourself a new place, so we can send you some goodies. We found a way. We found a way to send you like Vegemite and stuff. So you'll have to let us know. We'll get you the hookup. But not much is new. Not much is new. I'm actually like, for the first time in a long time, sad that Christmas is over. Normally I'm like, meh, whatever, Christmas. But this year, like, watching all these bad Christmas movies and just hanging out and stuff, it was a lot of fun. So that's what's going on with me. I have to adapt to this new way of thinking towards Christmas. Anyways, I think it's probably a good idea to just like get started. Today we're watching some like failed TV pilots from the 50s and 60s. This first one is called, if it wants to play. Oh, it should work. It should work. Never mind. This one's called Daddy-O. It was gone in an instant. Oh boy.
Go for something.
Daddy-O, please, son, will you not interrupt when your father's trying to talk? Okay, I just wanted to tell you that your elbow's in the butter is all.
Honey bun, if it's so important for you to go to the dance tonight, what about your old dad? I used to cut a mean foxtrot in my day.
You, Daddy-O?
Why, certainly. I'll show you.
I can tell I'm gonna hate this show. Uh-oh.
Now I remember where I left my other skate.
Oh dear.
No damage done.
Yeah, it's a shame that it was done in an instant.
Hold it, just hold it. Oh, no. You call that a laugh?
Well, what do you want, Mr. Shapian?
Give me a laugh. Try an MH8.
A Mad Hall 8?
Make it a 9. All right, now give me some highs. I love to hear women laughing.
You sure do, Mr. Shapian, honey.
Please, Mr. Dupre, a little more business-like during business hours, okay?
Some highs, yeah, and a little more volume.
Look, Mr. Shapian, I hate to argue with the producer, but how do you know it's that funny?
Because I think it's that funny. Now, look, who do I make television comedy for?
Common man.
Right, and who is more common than me?
Nobody.
Right. I risk my case. Good. Okay, run it back now. I'll try it again. Now I remember where I left my other skate.
This is depressing. It's a look into laugh tracks in the 50s. 60s, rather.
That's right, dear. We still love you. You're the best daddy in the whole world.
Sure you are, Daddy-O. I don't care what anybody says. Now, hit everything.
Ugh. It's terrible. So you drank too much eggnog on Christmas, Craig.
That's what we've made all
It's
year.
called a good Christmas, right?
Aren't you happy, Ben?
Sure wish I was dead.
Yeah, me too. I relate to that guy. Yeah, make sure these levels are good, huh? Maybe I should possibly turn this down a little bit. There we go.
Well, my name is Ben Cousins. My real name, that is.
Oh,
On
I see.
television, I'm known as Daddy-O. This is my hobby.
The name
Used to
Ben
be my business
Cousins
building.
brings a certain kind
Not
of
doghouses, people houses.
it brings forth a certain
But today,
certain
for
level of
reasons that are still
disappointment
not
in this
quite clear to
country.
me, I'm a television actor. A very reluctant television actor. Why reluctant? Why shouldn't a guy be happy with money, fame, and glory? Well, it's a little hard to explain, particularly when people won't listen.
Albert, look, will you... Just in a minute, Betty boy. Miss Dupre, make a note. That TV film's got to be in New York by Friday. And don't forget to... N-E-W, capital Y, big Y, O-R-K. Very good, Mr. Dupre, very good.
Very good indeed.
Albert, I've been trying to talk to you for weeks.
It was
Now,
a
will you
great,
just...
great show. Just think, 3 more and we finish the first year. Then a nice little vacation, we start another year. And what a year that's going to be, huh, Benny boy?
Possibly, but not with me.
Product
That's
placement.
what I've been trying to
I
tell you.
can line myself up a sponsor, but that needs to be the other way.
What a country we live in. You know, just 1 year ago, I discovered this fella. He was a common laborer working on my house.
I was a master carpenter.
Naked to the waist, carrying a 2x4 on his shoulder.
I was carrying blueprints, fully clothed, and I'm quitting the show.
There he was, muscular, sunburnt, outdoorsy. And I said to myself, Albert, baby, there's your daddy-o. The rest is history.
Mr. Shapian, honey, only in
So is
America
the
could
show.
this happen.
You bet. Only in this blessed land of opportunity that I love better than I love life itself. Did I ever tell you how I came to this country? A ragged immigrant kid, 10 years old, with holes in my shoes.
No, Mr. Shapian, honey.
Well, you've told me, Albert. Boy, have you told me. Now, will you stop waving the flag and just listen?
You knocking the USA?
I love the USA, and I'm quitting the show.
Tomorrow. We'll talk it over tomorrow, okay?
Tomorrow, anytime. I'll talk anytime. But I've made up my mind.
It's a little gag, huh, Ben? Kind of a rib, yeah?
No, Albert, no.
Sure, it's a little joke. That's all. It's very funny, kid.
So?
Very funny.
Why aren't you laughing?
Who's not laughing?
Good one.
This has been going on for weeks. Every time I tell Albert I want to quit, he recites the Declaration of Independence. Well, okay, after all, Albert is my boss. And from a boss, you expect trouble. But from your own wife?
What are you, Ben? Some kind of a nut?
Well, now, why do I have to be a nut to quit Daddy-O?
Because it's a darling show, and you're very good in it, and all the people love it.
All except this people.
Why? What's wrong with it?
What's wrong is me. I'm no actor.
You're a marvelous actor.
Oh, Polly. Polly! Polly, this is Ben, remember, your old husband? Last year I was a carpenter.
Rock Hudson was the truck driver.
Oh, Polly.
Marlon Brando was a short order.
Oh, come on.
Audrey Hepburn was also a short order.
Oh, that's silly, Polly.
And Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, Polly, that doesn't make sense. You know, now, look.
She's gonna kill
You're
him.
acting worse than Albert Shapian. When are you going to start singing the Star Spangled Banner?
I'm sorry, love. You were saying? You forgot? You're no actor?
Yeah, that's it.
So how about the fan mail? Thousands of letters each week. How about all the people who stop you on the street and tell you how great you are?
But that's not the point. Inside, I'm no actor. It's embarrassing. I have no feeling of accomplishment. Some guy puts makeup on my face, some guy tells me where to stand, some guy tells me what to say, some guy tells me where to stop. I'm a puppet, not a man.
Well, that's what acting is.
Which is why I've got to get out. Oh, look, darling. When I was a carpenter, I was doing something. I was achieving something. Well, I could start with an empty lot and a pile of lumber, and when I was through, it was something you could see. A yard, a house, a family. It's a wonderful feeling, Polly. And I'd like to get it back.
I'm just gonna go see if the baby needs food.
All right, sweetheart, if that's what you really want, I'm with you.
I love you, darling.
So plug in the vacuum sweeper.
Polly, I know you're going to miss all the extra money and the other things that went with it.
Now, hold on. Just hold on, Master Carpenter.
Now, what's the matter?
Just a minute, just a darn minute. Let me refresh in your memory. What was my life like before you became an actor?
Oh, well, you got that.
I kept house, worked with the kids, worked at the hospital, teenage canteen, League of Women Voters, and the Red Cross. But now that I'm the glamorous wife of a glamorous actor, what do?
You
Keep house, chauffeur the kids, work at the hospital, the teenage canteen, the League of Women Voters, and the Red Cross. Yeah. So don't you worry about Polly. Whatever you decide, I'm still going to be a cook, a chauffeur, and a beast of burden.
I love you, Polly.
Likewise, I'm sure.
I'm certainly glad you approved of my quitting the show.
Well, let's put it this way, Ben. I think you're some kind of a nut.
Okay. So Polly is a mature, grown woman. Her mind is set. Like concrete, it's set. But with my kids, their minds are young, plastic, pliable. Oh, Charlie, Noah.
Yeah,
I want to talk to you boys about something very serious.
I didn't do it.
Do what?
Charlie did it.
Charlie did what?
What have you teed off about? You rat me.
I'm not teed off about anything. I've just come to a decision about my television show, and well, here, sit down. Now, this decision involves you both, so I think you've got a right to know. Now, boys, there comes a time in each man's life...
Paul, could you kind of speed it up? We got to get to the beach. Hey, here they come.
Hi, Fran.
Hi, Charlie.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Hi, Noah.
Who sent
Yeah.
for you?
Oh, what makes you so mean?
If I'm so mean, how come you keep chasing me?
How do I know? I'm a woman in love.
Morning, R.T., Fran.
Good morning, Mr. Cousin.
Boys and I were having a little
The
discussion.
show was wonderful last night.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I
Fellas
mean,
and
it was wonderful.
Oh, you're too kind.
You know, thank you,
Never
boys.
missed your show at my house.
You ready
I
for the
knew whole
baby?
family for sport.
Oh!
Brother Eric, and
Let me
he's
just fix
over
up the
16
camera so
years
y'all
old.
can see the
Yeah,
baby.
well, I think I got a fan letter from
Jackson.
him last week.
You know what I like about your show? It's so actual. I mean it so true to life.
True to life.
Alright, so he's trying to
You
quit
mean
the show. I don't know if I
Daddy
missed
always
anything in
in the
particular.
suit? You find that true to life?
Oh, sure. I mean, take my father.
Fine. Very good. But you see, the fellas and I had a little conversation going
Okay,
here. and
Mr. Cousin. We're all in the family.
Who's on what family? You're not in my family, you kook.
You're so dumb. You know, you're like you never have friends. And what's more, pretty soon I'm gonna fill out and be a beautiful woman with a gorgeous figure. And you can just sit and eat your heart out, because you had your chance and you blew it.
Archie's right, Noah. You could have emotional security if you wanted to. Just like Charlie and me got. Haven't we, Charlie?
We sure do, Fran, dear. I think I'm gonna be sick.
I've spoken to you about your language.
Pa swears all the time.
Only since he got into television. Well, is everybody ready for the beach?
Hold it, Polly. Hold it just a moment, if you don't mind. Now, I've been trying to explain my decision about my television show to the boys, and I can't get a word in edgeways.
Oh, Ma, we gotta get to the beach. Freddie and them will be waiting.
Yeah, and I gotta pick up my fins. They close at noon on Wednesday.
And I told Dick you'd take him to Harry's. His ma got her driver's license taken away again.
Now, just a minute. This happens to be your mother, not a taxi company. And how about all those bicycles in the garage?
Come on, Ma, gee whiz.
Now, just a minute. Your father's got something to say, and you're going to listen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And don't interrupt your father.
Now, look, boys, it's a simple...
Oh, Ben. Darling, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you, you can't have the car today. I'm going to be a gray lady this afternoon.
Maybe sooner.
I'm Mrs. Abe, smart apple. You know, I work at the old ladies' ward every Wednesday. Which reminds me, would you do something very sweet for me, Ben?
No,
Ben,
sweetheart,
those
darling,
ladies at the hospital
no,
just
no.
love your show. Why, it's the biggest night of the week for them.
Well, at their age, what else have they got?
Drop in and say hello for a few minutes. They'd be so thrilled.
Polly, look, I'm going to be busy with Albert Shapian for one thing, and another thing, I won't have a car.
Oh, that's all arranged. I phoned Albert. He's going to pick you up.
And here comes Albert now.
Darling, you will come to the old ladies' ward this afternoon. Hello, Albert. Oh, it's sweet of you to show for Ben today.
For you, Polly, anything, because, let us not mince words, I love you.
And who would not?
No, none of that. Cheek kissing may be all right for you cool, composed Anglo-Saxon types, but not me, baby. Me, I come from the sultry Mediterranean. Raging passion, hot blood, raw emotion. We don't know from polite kissing. You want to give me a kiss, give me a kiss. Ben?
A simple handshake will do for me.
Charlie, my boy. Come on. Good. There's the mad beast. There's the butcher.
Never mind the charm, Albert. What'd you bring me?
French postcards
Yeah?
of Mount Rushmore.
Holy cow. Thanks a
Oh,
lot.
forget it, kid.
Albert, you shouldn't have. Why, that must have cost a fortune.
I got an uncle who finds things that fall off trucks.
I see your picture in the paper all the time with prominent stars, Mr. Shapian. It says you're the most eligible bachelor in Hollywood.
Oh, I don't know. I just haven't found the right girl, that's all.
But you sure keep looking, don't you, Albert?
Cute kid.
Ben, you wanted to tell the children something?
For hours.
I'll go and get the car. Oh, darling, don't forget the hospital.
All right, kids. You might as well listen to this, too, Albert. I've come to an important decision about my television show. And since I feel that you're all vitally concerned, I feel you got a right to know. Now, boys, there comes a time in every man's life when destiny...
Hey, Pa, use shorter words, will you? We're kind of in a hurry.
Yeah, no.
Pa, we're late now.
Look, girls, please, will you just let us alone so we can discuss this? Thank you.
Mr.
Now,
Shapian,
I'll try to make
you're
it
the one
simple
who
for you.
discovered Mr. Cousins,
It's a
aren't
kind
you?
of a decision, right? Each man has
Just
to
1
make
year
for
ago,
his
he was
family.
a common laborer working on
Master
my house.
carpenter.
And I saw him one day, naked to the waist, carrying a 2x4.
Fully clothed, carrying blueprints.
There he was. I said to myself, Albert, baby, there is your daddy-o. The rest is history.
Gee, only in America could this happen.
Exactly, little lady. Only in this golden land of opportunity that gathers to its bountiful bosom the poor, the outcast, the downtrodden of this world, and gives them a chance to walk with dignity and courage into a bright tomorrow.
Albert, you thought anything about re-enlisting?
Plenty of times. If it wasn't for this trick knee of mine, I'd be...
Okay. Now, find a period, will you? And let me discuss this with my boys. Now, boys, it's only a simple decision.
Let's go. Couldn't get through to him, huh, Benny boy?
No, but I'm going to get through to you.
Bye, Ben. Bye, Albert. See you later at the hospital.
Now, Albert, we've got a half an hour's ride to the studio. Now, once you get in the car, I'm going to talk. You're going to hear me.
Well, you may talk, buddy boy, but I ain't gonna hear you.
Yeah? Why not?
Daddy-O Productions, huh? What do you think? Would you watch Daddy-O? Would you star in
Good
Daddy-O?
morning, Miss Dupree.
Good morning, Mr. Shapian, honey.
Any messages?
Well, there were a few, but I forgot.
You'll try to do better next time, though, won't you? Here's a good girl. Bye. Grand person. You know she's sending her kid brother through medical school.
Maybe you can help her when he gets out.
Never mind the funny. Oh, very well for you to look down your nose. After all, you found your girl. And what a girl, that sweet Polly, Lord love her. But me, I haven't got your luck. My search goes on and on.
On and on and on.
Well, enough of gloom. Come on, I'll play a little gin rummy.
Oh, no, whoa. No, now, listen. No gin rummy, no claviage, no old maid, no pitching of pennies, no singing of camp songs. This time you're not going to worm out. We talk.
Sure, pal, sure.
All right. At least Miss Dupre, does she know how to answer this intercom?
Not likely, but you might try.
Miss Dupre?
Yes, Mr. Shapian, honey.
Well, this happens to be Mr. Cousins, honey, but Mr. Shapian, honey, and I are going to be in conference and very busy, and we don't want to be disturbed.
Unless it's important.
Now, I want you to light if we're going to talk. Now, you've been ducking me for weeks.
Of course I have. You want to listen to insanity. You're going to quit Daddy-O and go back to building houses. Insanity.
Now, I want you to listen very carefully. I don't want to act. I don't know how to act. What do you want with me anyway? The town is full of actors.
The town's full of actors with caps on their teeth and toupees on their head and noses they were never born with. I don't want an actor. I want a real guy like you. Look at that face. People see a face like that on the TV screen. They gotta love you. They gotta believe you. Look at yourself. You wouldn't hurt a fly. You're clean. You're wholesome. You're pure. You're harmless. You're pre-digested.
Thanks very much.
Anybody who sees you feels safe and warm. What if you had a face like mine? Heaven forbid. When I walk down the street, mothers lock up their daughters. Like you. Look at that kiss, and you see 20 generations of nice, decent, ethical Anglo-Saxon people who married each other.
Yes, it's a quaint old custom in my family.
Here's a contract for next year. Just sign it, and bless the day I first saw you walking around half naked.
Oh, Alfred, listen, you began to believe that stuff yourself. Listen to me. I was a master carpenter with a suit. As a matter of fact, I own 2 suits. Now, let's you and I talk about America, huh?
America?
Yeah. It's your favorite topic, isn't it?
You bet your sweet life. I've had a long romance with this beautiful country. Did I tell you I came over here when I was an immigrant kid, 10 years old, holes in my shoes?
Yes, Albert, listen to me. I love America, too. That's why I'm quitting Daddy-O.
Come again?
What is America? It's families. It's homes. Well, Albert, I used to help make some of those homes. I was doing my little part to help my country become a little bigger, a little better. Now what do I make? Silly shadows on a screen.
What are these? Chopped liver? Look at these awards. PTA, Legion, TV Academy, National Education Society, Children's Foundation, all for Daddy-O. And why? Why? Because we are America, pal. We're an American show for American people. And I... Yes?
Mr. Shapian, honey, the stuntman is here.
Miss Dupre, please, in the office, could we make it just Mr. Shapian, no honey, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Send him in.
Who?
The stuntman, Miss Dupre.
Hi, Mr. Shapian, Mr. Cousins.
Hi, Patty.
Patty, could you make it quick? I'm a little busy.
Absolutely.
Where was I?
I think you were fighting the Battle of Bunker Hill.
Don't laugh, boy. If George Washington was alive today, he'd be our biggest fan. And Jefferson, and Lincoln.
How do we stand with James K. Polk?
Now, in next week's show, we're going to Daddy-O's painting the house. He's going to climb up the ladder in his cap and overalls. Now, he's going to get up about this far, and the ladder's going to start to fall, right? Right. Now he comes down, and I put his clothes on, and I go up the ladder. Keep my face away from the camera so they think it's Daddy-O. And I get up this far, and then I...
Hey, it's a shame George Washington had to miss that.
Now, Daddy-O's coming down the stairs. Okay? Okay.
Jefferson would love that.
Let's see the part where Daddy-O is sawing off the limb.
You right, Jackie?
Daddy-O's up here sawing. It's a little wiggly. He gets up here and he's sawing this
It's in
limb.
there.
All right?
Great, Patty, great. Thanks.
Just like you said, Albert. Man falls off of a ladder, down a flight of stairs, out of a tree all in one afternoon. What could be more American?
Oh, so we exaggerate a little bit for comedy.
Well, back to the infirmary.
Okay, Albert, end of argument. I'm quitting the show, and that's that. Now, come on, we got to meet Polly at the hospital and cheer up the old ladies' ward.
Goodbye, Mr. Cousins.
Miss Dupre, we're going over to St. Albans Hospital.
Oh, I hope you're better real soon.
She's trying. Give her a break. Give her a break, Jackson. Don't say those rude things about her. Poots! How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
And this, then, is Mrs. Richards.
Featuring a surprisingly exhausted Jackson, considering, you know, he had a whole half-hour's nap.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Cousins, how about you all
Dummy.
the time
Thank you.
on the television?
Yes.
God bless you.
And this, dear, is Mrs. Wakefield.
Say hi to Poots.
How are you, Miss Wakefield?
Oh, this is a great pleasure for me,
Say
young
hi to
man.
Poots.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you know how
He's
much
gonna be
your
grumpy and stare at my
program
mouse.
means to me?
I'm very glad you enjoy it.
Oh, but you didn't answer my question, Mr. Cousins. Do you know how much your program means to me?
Well, no, I don't.
It's given me back a family.
Aww.
Your family on television is now my family. All my children are
What are you making for dinner?
Oh, they come
My
to see
son?
me, of course, but
Do you want some too,
they're
Jackie?
not mine anymore. Not
Jackie says he
really.
wants two.
I'm sure they love you very much, Mrs. Wakefield.
I hope they do. I know I love them. But we're no longer what I call a family. Do you have children of your own?
Yes.
Hold them close. Very close. They're gone all too soon. Mr. Cousins, your program has given me back what I thought I'd lost forever. People of one blood, living under one roof, sharing one dream.
Oh,
A
chili.
family.
Yummy chili.
I am very proud, Miss Wakefield.
Oh, yes, sometimes your program gets a little frivolous, a little broad. That doesn't matter. There's love in that family, and they belong to each other, and to me, too.
Mrs. Wakefield, I had no idea that people could be so touched by a little comedy.
Oh, but they are. Mr. Cousins, I hope you go on.
How did this not get picked
many,
up?
many more films about Daddy-O. And
No, you can't have the cable.
To many, many
That's my
more
headphones.
lonely people. Old people. And young people.
Oh, your controllers are over there,
Old
bud. Sorry, I
people
can't
don't
reach
have a
them.
monopoly on loneliness. Goodbye.
This show sucks. I hate this show. Dad, put something else on. Dude, come on, be respectful. They really tried hard to make a good show here. Yeah, but Daddy, I don't care. It's terrible.
Oh, Albert, that contract for next year, have you got it?
Ben, you don't mean it.
Have you got it?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, now give me a pen before I change my mind.
Yes, sir. Ben, believe me, you're doing the right thing. Not for the money, not for me,
But for America.
yourself.
Polly, do you think I'm doing the right thing?
Yes. Oh, yes, Daddy-O.
Hi, Crane. Hi, Poots. Hello. Dummy. One thing that is a fact about kids is they always want things that they shouldn't have. For some reason, the cable to my headphones is more interesting than anything else in the room. That and my computer mouse. She was paid, Jackson. She was paid.
Okay, Amanda?
Well, Albert, how did I do?
I'll give it to you in one word. Brilliant. That was the best performance I ever saw you give. And that specifically includes London, New York, and Paris.
I was rather good, wasn't I?
Good. You were wonderful. Give me that part about a family again. You know, family is people of
A
one
bit
blood.
grumpy. Mwah.
A family is people of one blood, living under one roof, sharing one dream.
Sharing one
Beautiful,
dream.
just beautiful. You had them snowed completely, the both of them. Hey, did you get a look at Polly, cousin? She was crying like a baby.
Do you mean that Mrs. Cousin wasn't in on this scheme?
Of course not. You think she'd have anything to do with a low-down, rotten trick like that?
Like you would?
For
Well,
now.
what's the difference? It worked,
Oh,
didn't
did
it?
you just
signed
spewed?
the contract,
Oh,
and believe
buddy.
me, Amanda, he'll thank me later.
Just had some spoons.
Finds out.
It's okay. You're okay.
Here's your $100.
You're okay.
Whose agreement?
They don't need to hear your screeching, little man.
$200.
They don't need to hear it.
Best acting I ever saw.
Oh, but I wasn't acting. You tell that young man the truth.
You mean you did, Daddy?
It's a marvelous show.
Oh,
It's warm and sweet and good.
he did the spoons. Yeah, you can't have the cable, you jerk.
Come in outside line, please. Who is it? Oh, I'm Dr. Mayo, one of the Mayo brothers.
Hello.
Hello,
What are you
Mr.
saying?
Prey.
Oh, hello, Mr. Shapian.
Mr. Prey, what time is it?
Do you want to go to bed?
The big hand is on the 1, and the little hand is on the 6, Mr. Shapian.
Oh, good. It's after 6 o'clock. You can call me Mr. Shapian Honey.
Hooray! That show's so weird. Probably would have been a classic if it had been developed, but as it stands, that's all we ever got. Alright, that's all we got of Daddy-O ever. maybe I'll probably only watch 2.
Time out for Ginger.
I had 3 queued up, but I figure pilots back then were like literally half hour long, so I now seems like a good one. Mwah!
How was shopping? Not bad. Just one small dent on the right front fender. Your fault? Well, of course not. Men drivers. Did you call a cop? I didn't have to. It was a police car. Oh, I told them. If they'd been cruising around the way they were supposed to, instead of having their car parked, it wouldn't have bumped into them. That's logical. Liz, why do you suppose Mr. Carroll ever married me? You're pretty. Why? He's a research physicist exploring the secrets of outer space, and I can't even find my door keys in my handbag.
Oh.
You're well matched. He can't find the rocket he shoots off. By the way, he phoned about a half hour ago. From Canaveral? From the airport. He's wonderful. I didn't expect him until late tonight. Well, he ought to be here in a few minutes. He's not going to the office? No. Says he wants to spend the afternoon at the house and get some rest. A nice, quiet afternoon with Ginger.
Hello? Anybody home?
Hi, darling. How did it go?
Well, it was a little bit hectic, but now I can get some peace and quiet.
Sure you can.
Better. Got a lot of work to do.
Hi, Mr. Carroll. Welcome home.
Well, thank you, Liz.
Glad you called from the airport. We're having a special dinner for you, my Scandinavian chicken pot pie. And I'm going to make your favorite dessert, Liz.
We're going to go
Girls
sleep.
and I are on a diet. All right? No dessert.
We're going to go
Liz.
sleep.
I'm
Good
not
night,
on a
buddy.
diet.
You are now.
How are the girls?
Joan's about the same, but I'm worried about Virginia.
I will be back.
She's very
I'm just going to
quiet.
take care of
Ginger's
this
up
little
to something.
situation.
Nothing serious, I'm sure. Just plotting to take over the family.
Well, she's been doing that since she was a year old. Well, haven't you noticed? If it wasn't for your wife and me, we'd all be indentured slaves.
I don't know what either of you is talking about.
Simply that in the years to come, if you get any more progressive in your attitude toward Ginger, you're going to be asking her permission to go to work mornings. She's right. You've always let her tease or bully you into doing or having whatever she wanted. And I've got the psychological scars to prove it. You know that's true, Mr. Carroll. This isn't a criticism, darling.
No, of course it's not. It's an inquisition. Isn't it interesting how 3 people can have 2 such diametrically opposed opinions?
Fascinating. How do you account for it?
The constant, irreconcilable war between male and female logic.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm back once more.
Dad!
Joan,
Oh, when'd you get home?
just now, where's Ginger?
Oh, she went out to the garage to get a file.
Help some lady escape from prison.
How was your conference at Canaveral?
Very exciting.
Hi, Mom. Liz. Oh, Mom!
Are you finished?
Welcome home, Pop.
Thank you. Would you mind getting up now?
Sure. Hey, did you see that dreamy Von Braun in Canaveral?
Yeah, I saw Dr. Von Braun.
Now there's a mouse who's really off his launching pad.
Virginia, pick up your sweater.
See if I can find any information out about this show.
Where are you going, Liz? Out to baste the Brussels sprouts.
What's this, Mom?
Oh, it's a new cocktail dress. We're going to a very fancy sit-down dinner tomorrow night at the Blake.
The kind where they serve a clear soup with a slice of lemon floating on top.
Oh, you're You're funny, Pop.
I'm black and blue.
Way out, Mom. Boy, am I glad you're home. Well, I don't see why you bought it. You've got fountains that look just like it. I'm a collector.
When your mother wants an opinion on what you should buy, you'll be the first one she'll ask.
You'll be all right, Pop?
Yeah, I feel fine. Why?
You act like your wig zipper came undone.
What?
It's what happens first before the lid begins to flap.
Now, after this conversation, it's difficult to believe that I spent 4 days with Dr. Von Braun, and I understood every word he said.
You're all right, Pop. You're on.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I've got to go now.
There seems to be...
To meet Eddie after basketball practice. We've got to make the final arrangements.
Who died?
Tomorrow's the big night.
Nothing.
Eddie and I are driving up
What
to
about
Madison
Daddy-O?
to see Frankie. He's doing a one-night stand.
Not in my car.
No, Daddy. Eddie's getting his father's car. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. Well, Daddy-O's at least interesting. One that was one of the first,
Find the spikes on my track shoes.
Not in
one of the first shows ever to break the fourth wall. Interesting, that.
Would you please drop the other shoe?
That's a nice thing to teach a child.
Well, she had one shoe. The other shoe was... Thank you, Lizzie.
You're welcome.
Oh, Pop, I just remembered I have something marvelous to tell you.
I'd hate for you to have bad news.
Last minute basketball game yesterday, our team was 1 point behind. We had the ball. They were trying to get it down the court. The kids were yelling and screaming. Everybody was hot and wild.
Time! What happened?
Eddie broke away from the end of the basket. Somebody fired him a pass.
And he won the game.
Nope. It went right through his fingers, and we blew the game by 1 point. Isn't that absurd?
Well, it's at least a switch.
I hate this show.
Go, go, go!
Agnes!
What? Isn't there something you can do or somewhere you can go?
Like Tibet. Or Outer Mongolia.
Gee, Pop, you sure are nervous today, huh?
Yeah. And I can't imagine why.
Must be the tension of working around rockets and missiles and all that kooky stuff.
My darling, compared to you, a rocket launching countdown is like a weekend in a rest home.
Oh, I get it, Pop. I don't have to be blasted off. Boom! So long, Mom!
They say boys are worse at that age.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Eddie. How's practice?
Never mind that. We've got a hot problem.
What is it?
I asked my father
Never
for the
mind.
car
Thought
tomorrow
it was
night, and he
sneeze.
said no.
Eddie, I've been counting on this for a month. If I don't get to see that show, I'll die.
Can we make the scene in your father's car?
Not a chance. They're using it. Eddie, I'm so disappointed.
Maybe if I asked your father for the car.
There's only one person in our family that could get that car away from Dad.
You mean Ginger? I'd rather not go, honey.
Why?
You ask her to help us get to Madison, we could wind up on Mars. Then she might even want to come with us. You know the way she yells, screams, and carries on? Yesterday, I dropped the pass in the game. She yelled...
Hiya, Butterfingers! Why the big gloom? Oh, Eddie can't get his father's car for tomorrow night. Well, let me give this some thought.
No, don't forget it. I don't really want to go anyway.
I enjoy
Well,
problems.
Wait, where Mustache Man?
Bye, Joe.
Tomorrow. Take times tomorrow. Bat Prince is on the
Say goodbye to you, you great,
obscure
big,
take
beautiful
time.
goofball.
Whereas this is Go Cinema. This is where I just watch stuff.
You know, she's the the only person in the world who can make me cry.
Woof, woof.
Joan! Ginger, why do you always do things like that? I've got a marvelous plan.
Yes, that's tomorrow.
There. It's finished.
What is it?
That's how I see you.
50s
That's grounds
titties.
for divorce.
I know, right?
I like it.
Hi, Joan has something to ask you.
Oh?
What is that?
That is your father.
You never looked better, Pop.
I hate the show.
Well, I've been thinking, Dad. And I don't want to borrow your car anymore. She wants her own car. So do I. So if you'd advance us next year's allowance, we could buy a car.
What'll you run it on?
Oh, we'd find a way.
No.
Well, I should have my own car.
I agree with you. You should. You should have your own money, but you don't.
You're being arbitrary.
What does arbitrary mean?
Don't change the subject, Pop.
Girls, the answer is an unqualified no.
Well, I'll just have to leave home.
Oh.
Bye. If Joan had a car, it would take a terrible burden off your hands.
If you both left home, it would take an even greater burden off my hands.
Pop,
Damn,
I'll
son.
never leave you.
That's the most harrowing news I've had since you took up painting.
This guy is just rude to his family.
Come in. Oh, it's you. I thought it was Dad. No, it's me. And boy, are you in great shape. Sure I am. You're not going to stop now. What are you talking about? All you have to do is pack a bag and start to leave. Really? What else is new? No courage, huh? That's right. I'm a 17-year-old coward for the FBI. I know what we'll do. No, Ginger, please. Just do me a favor and forget about the whole thing. I'm going to get you to Madison, dead or alive. No, Ginger!
I can already tell
Understand it.
There's nothing to understand.
the people who
Ed Hoffman's
fund these
cars
shows
are
watched about 5 minutes of this and said, nope, no one's sitting through this. No one is willingly tuning into this every
I'd
week.
give her a ride tonight, and I never break my word.
You shouldn't have promised.
She's a crusader.
Mom, who else will be at the Blakes tonight besides you and the Hoffmans?
The Martins, the Simpsons, the Thompsons. Why?
12, huh?
Uh-huh.
How about if we switch the party from the Blakes to here?
Why not?
Liz, 12 for dinner.
No, sit down.
What?
The child is absolutely wild.
No, huh?
Darling, it's the Blakes' party. You just can't switch it to another house.
Bet I could.
I'll bet you could, too, but you're not going to.
Oh, boy, I just had a great idea. Bye!
Just stop. That yelling, dude.
Maybe we could.
No.
Oh, Mr. Carroll, maybe it wouldn't be too much trouble.
No.
Well, but I think
No. She got herself into this. Let's see how she gets herself out.
She's gonna go harass the neighbors. Or is she gonna steal a car?
How much is this car?
$6,200.
It's got good-looking hubcaps.
Oh, thank you.
How fast will she go?
Look, aren't you just a little too young to drive a car?
Oh, it's not for me. It's for my father, Howard Carroll.
Oh, is your father interested in buying a car?
Second car. As a matter of fact, we all discussed it yesterday. Yeah, Just came down to a question of whether or not to pay cash.
It does 110 miles an hour.
Not bad.
No,
Did your father ever talk about this car?
Uh-huh. And I have a great deal of influence with him.
What did you say your address was?
217 Maple.
217 Maple.
How about a trial spin?
Oh, I couldn't do that unless your father is with you. Why don't we drive home and get him?
No. But do you ever take people for long rides at night?
Well, what did you have in mind?
My sister.
Little girl, don't you think you better run along?
All right. And I'll get back to you later. What for?
You want to come play baseball? We're short a man.
What position?
Right field.
No.
You want to catch?
I want to pitch.
We already got a pitcher.
Who?
Me.
You catch and I pitch.
Okay.
No, I guess I can't.
Why not?
Have to do something.
Too bad.
Sorry to break up the game.
That's all right. We haven't got a ball anyway.
Hey, why don't you go to my house and tell Liz to give you one of my baseballs?
Okay, thanks. You want to ride?
Sure do, but not for myself.
Goodness me.
So you see, that's the only night Frankie will be there, so I just have to get Joan and Eddie to Madison.
I told you it's 44 miles round trip at 9 cents a mile.
How much would that be both ways?
$3.96.
Got something a little more expensive?
It's a perfectly good car, Virginia.
I'm sure, and it's marvelous. It seems so cheap.
Well, it's not.
The last price I heard was $6,200.
To rent a car?
No, that's what I was thinking of buying.
Well, we have the big cars that go for 12 cents a mile. That's about $5.
I'll take that. My guests go first class.
You're a real sport. Now, let's see. With mileage, insurance, and
Yo!
rental fees, that'll be...
Rental fee?
That picks us up. There's
13
Mustache Man, Jane, and Broadcasting.
What have you got for $6.80?
Nothing.
How's my credit? I'll tell you what we do. You take the $6.80. You know I get a generous allowance for a girl my age. I'll get a job delivering newspapers in the mornings and one after school someplace. And I'll tell everybody to send the money straight to you. Instead of $13.96, I'll pay you a flat $14. Mr. Simpson, if I don't do everything I said, you can sue my father.
Virginia.
Please.
I'd like to help you, but I'm sorry I can't. Now, here.
Well, thanks anyway, sir.
Aww.
Gee, the world of business sure is hard-hearted, isn't it, Mr. Simpson?
Oof. The episode's gonna end in about 8 minutes.
Hurry! So long, Virginia. Why don't you go over the field and play ball with the kids?
8 or 9 minutes.
You can play. They're using my ball.
I don't like sports.
Fred, Jimmy Hall said you don't like sports because you're rich. Is that right?
I have some money.
Could you lend me $11?
What collateral you got?
My father.
When did you pay it back?
In about a month.
Cost you 200% interest.
I don't care. Can I have it?
No.
Why not?
Because I hadn't got $11.
You're a real pal, Red.
Why?
Well, the baby's also asleep. Can I message you when he's awake?
What else are friends for?
Thanks anyway, Red.
That's probably a better idea.
Mr. Hoffman, please. Mr. Hoffman, Bert West. Well, it's about your car. I thought your main trouble was in your automatic transmission, but she said... No, girl. No, I don't drink, but I'm a little upset. I'm sorry, Mr. Hoffman. I'm a little confused. Mr. Hoffman, I can't cope. Here.
Mr. Hoffman, Ginger Carroll. We've got a crisis on your hands. Your car's here, and Joan and Eddie just have to get to Madison. Mr. Hoffman, are you laughing? Well, you see, Mom and Dad have to go to the Blakes tonight, and cars are so expensive to rent, they'll never get to see the show. You understand? Mr. West just isn't used to me. All right. He wants to speak to you.
Yes, sir. That's impossible, Mr. Hoffman. I know, but I don't have any help. Mr. Hoffman, I told you Monday. I know. I don't know where to get another mechanic, and if I could, I don't think we could get it out in time. All right, Mr. Hoffman. I'll try.
Is this anything? Something wrong?
You keep unscrewing things.
Sure, but I might hit on the trouble.
You've been here just 2 hours, and this car's in worse shape than when I got it.
Have you ever thought it might just be out of gas?
Out. Out! A woman's place is not in the garage.
Okay. Hi, Liz.
What's the matter with you?
Why?
You didn't slam the door.
I couldn't get a car for Joan.
Virginia! What have you been doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Look at you.
I'll go and clean up, Mother.
Oh.
Dear Diary, today was the day of my great failure. I believed I could do anything or make anything happen. It's hard to face being wrong, but then I guess life is hard. Come in.
Hi.
Hi, Pop.
Well, how'd things go today?
Failed.
Big idea didn't work?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Had something interesting happen to me today.
What? Maybe I can help.
Yeah, maybe you can. Suddenly, I don't feel like driving tonight, so Joan can have the car.
I love you, Pop, but no thanks.
Oh, go ahead. Tell her that you talked me out of it. We'll get to the Blake somehow.
No. That just wouldn't be fair. I wanted to do it myself.
I understand.
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
You don't care if I'm a failure?
You're not a failure. Only people who don't try are failures.
Pop,
Hmm?
can I always tell you my secrets?
I hope you will, but I'm sure you won't.
Why not?
Because today I'm the man you love. One of these days I'll just be your father.
Look, I don't mind missing the dance, but why do we have to stay home with Ginger?
Well, since you couldn't get your dad's car and Mom and Dad were going out, they gave Lizzie the night off.
Just think, a whole night of monster sitting.
Hiya, Butterfingers!
Hello. Is your father home?
Yes?
I'd like to give him a demonstration ride.
Won't you come in?
Thank you. Oh, my name is Adams.
Oh, Mr. Adams, this is Joan and Eddie. Mr. Adams.
How do you do?
Hi, sis.
Hi, Mike. Did you get it?
Well, I couldn't get the car, but I talked the boss out of one of his trucks. Think the kids will mind?
No. They'll go any way they can get there.
Good evening, Virginia. I found a car you can have for $6.80.
Round trip?
Both ways.
Please come in, Mr. Simpson. I'll get the money.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Simpson, this is Mr. Adams, Joan, and Eddie.
How do you do?
Maybe it might not be too much trouble. I got great news. Mike borrowed a truck and you can have it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, Liz and Mike, this is Mr. Simpson, Mr. Adams, Joan, and Eddie.
How do you do?
Mr. Hoffman told me to deliver the car to you.
I knew you could do it if you tried. Mr. West, this is Mr. Simpson, Mike, Liz, Mr. Adams, Joan, and Eddie.
Hi.
What's going on?
Pop, if I tried to explain it to you, you'd never believe it.
But why are all these people here?
They're all here with cars to take Joan and Eddie to Madison tonight. So I guess I'm not a failure after all.
Oh, man.
Now, will you explain to me just one more time, with all those cars to choose from, how we ended up with the truck?
Ginger trapped me.
The day she was born, darling.
Well, that certainly was a TV
She's an
show.
angel in jeans in her terrible teens. She's a gal all her pals call Ginger. She's also ponytail nice, full of sugar and spice, and her smile has a style all ginger. She's fun, she'll run and laugh at the slightest notion. She'll dream, then beam. Look out for the big explosion. Oh, there's no doubt in her mind that the future will find every day's gonna be just a family size. Gee, climb out, take time out for Ginger.
Well, it's a short episode today, but this is like a New Year's thing where I'm just not really, it was a show. I did not like that one. Daddy-O was at least watchable. This one, I think the main character was too annoying. Ginger was very, she was too loud. Like, very much like the precursor to characters that people love today. Even though I don't like Big Bang Theory, she very much had that Sheldon Cooper thing going on. But she was just too loud. It was pretty exhausting. But yeah, that's the episode for today. Keeping it short. Couple failed TV pilots. Whew. And I guess that's it for now. I will see you guys tomorrow for Obscure Tape Time. And then next week for more cinema. It probably will just be more of these, I think, next week, because this was a pretty enjoyable, interesting experience, and I do have a few more that I could put on, so yeah. That'll be it. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.